So today we're going to be talking about your getting things done style.
This is Cathy from IntimacyDojo.com.
And Reid from ReidAboutSex.com. And
when I have the green Sex Geek Summer Camp shirt on, this is a business advice video with grapes for sex educators.
So we were getting things ready for camp and talking about the different things that Reid was going to teach. And one of the things that came up, he does a lot of getting different styles.
Dating your species.
Cool down styles.
Dating your business model in business.
Yeah. So they're really good. And so he suggested a getting things done style. Mm-hmm. And we geeked out a little bit on it. And we wanted to share some ideas.
Yeah. So ideas. So the big concept is to understand that you may have various ways of being productive that actually are congruent and work really well for you, but you probably just unconsciously copy and pasted other ways that other people were productive. Maybe you read a business book or this or that.
You saw your mom and dad doing things and you just that's how you do work.
And so you kind of copied and pasted, and that a lot of us don't really have a lot of control over our productivity, and it might be because you just inherited or picked up a productivity style that isn't really your self-expression. And that's where this idea of what's your getting things done style came out of our conversation yesterday.
And there's a PDF if they go to, do you remember the link?
Oh, good Lord.
We'll put the link down below and on the video, but there's a link where you can download a PDF that will walk you through the steps. But part of it is just being conscious. So what we recommend is taking a nice deep breath and closing your eyes. Not if you're driving. If you're driving, please open your eyes.
That's what Cathy does. You do.
Okay.
You recommend this. I mean, I approve, but...
Yeah. And remember a time when you got a lot of things done. And what were the conditions under which you did that? Why are you laughing?
Because I'm laughing because our productivity styles are very totally different. I'm just like, wow.
But we can...
Time I'm imagining.
But we can Venn diagram.
Yeah, we can Venn diagram. Go.
Yeah. But at least knowing is really powerful. Mm-hmm. Like, was there a lot of noise in the background? Like, some people love music. My dad loved to have noise in the background. My mom had to have the room absolutely quiet. Mm-hmm. Is it that you like certain kinds of music? Like, when you like music, I tend not to have music.
Mm-hmm. Some people get a lot done with the TV on or the news on.
Mm-hmm. Were you sitting at a desk? Were you sitting at, were you in your couch or you're outdoors? Just becoming more aware, and in the PDF there's more details, but just kind of being aware of what was going on in the environment how could you set yourself up to be more productive, and then rating that from 0 to 10, like how important did it feel like maybe it was at your desk, but that doesn't feel like it was critical.
Yeah, or music, television, silent, that doesn't feel important.
Right.
Whereas other people, it's like, no, I need classical jazz to really get in my groove.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like Reid and I are different. He likes music. I tend not to think about it. But when you play like rapper music, I can't focus very well. But when there's certain music that I'm fine with. So that we can Venn diagram.
Yeah. Yeah, we understand what works for each of us, and then we can start to figure out what the good fit is. And I'm fine. I can still get stuff done without the music. It's not that important to me. But for some of my thinking and some of my productivity and especially the difference between like heavy thinking productivity and then task doing. So me working on, formatting something for my website, ReidAboutSex.com, very different than, maybe different, and maybe different for you, than when I'm mapping out like what I want to be doing for the next 3 years. Mm-hmm. So there's different kinds of getting things done. And you really looking for, what has me really drop into my groove? Mm-hmm. So, if you're somebody who's like, God, I got to enter in all these email signups from my workshops because you haven't figured out how to hire an assistant yet, or, go to Fiverr.com and hire somebody to do it, or TaskRabbit, or maybe you just like doing that because it's good for you to be a little bit mindless and zone out and just do data entry. Well, what do you need to really get into a groove for data entry? Yeah. Maybe it's like, my groove, 2 a.m., with a cup of tea or a glass of wine and some, hip hop or whatever, and I'm just in it. Yeah. Getting things done, but also feeling more recharged.
Yeah.
Or depleted in that great way,
yeah.
Where you're spent, but it's a refreshing spent.
Yeah, and it's also important to notice what really depletes, like what doesn't work. So I recommend like kind of going back to a time where it was really frustrating to get things done, and noticing what were the big factors there. Was it noisy when you needed to be quiet? Were you super tired? Were you in an environment that didn't work for you?
What time was it?
Yeah.
And then understanding that, sometimes what you think's going on as you start to identify this, there's all these variables. This is just a place to start. Mm-hmm. There are all these variables that might be happening. You might think, oh my goodness, I'm a night owl. I really get things done from the hours, between, 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. is my best window. But really what's happening is it's not really that you're a night owl. It's just that the twins you just had tend to sleep then, and you have peace and quiet where you can get more done. Mm-hmm. Maybe if it was, when the kids are like 8 or whatever, then that shifts for you. So again, it's not always going to be the same for every situation, and what you think's happening might not actually be the truth. But starting to try to identify your styles can be really helpful and allow you to leverage how you get things done in a way that fulfills you more than drains you.
Yeah. Do you want to share anything else?
No, I think that's good.
Yeah, please let us know what you think. Leave comments below or ask questions.
Yep.
How do you get things done? What's your style?
I hope this business geekery was useful for you. If you'd like to continue with the brain sex, click on subscribe up here. If you want to follow me on social media, right here, ladies and gentlemen, next video below. And if you'd like your very own Sex Geek Summer Camp t-shirt, then just click right here, right now.